Hello, I'm BuggRat, and as you all know, the Enchanted Golden Apple is one of Minecraft's rarest items. In fact, it's so rare that according to the achievements, only 1.49% of players have eaten one of these in legitimate survival, and so that is why you should never believe anyone that says there is a seed that has 5 Enchanted Golden Apples on it, let alone one that says it has 5 Enchanted Golden Apples next to spawn. But as you can see, this desert temple really does contain 5 Enchanted Golden Apples, and today I wanted to talk about the what, the why, but most importantly the how, because this is insanely rare, just like how insanely rare it is for a house fire to happen to someone who is subscribed to the channel. Did you know that greater than 99.9% of house fires happen to people who aren't subscribed? I'm just saying, turning on that subscription bell is a great way to see more of these videos or whatever else, but also to put off your inevitable fiery doom till at least another day. So with that said, let's jump right into it. So this is the seed that you're going to need to type into your Minecraft Bedrock seed field before pressing create if you want to get this insanity. And speaking of insanity, the inspiration for this entire Seed Sunday came from this post that made it to the top of the MCPE subreddit. So as you can see in this post, it's someone who claims they're playing legit survival and getting on top of the Bedrock and the Nether, totally normal, but they have 1,080 levels, a fully enchanted trident and netherite sword that just conveniently hasn't ever been used, as well as 41 enchanted golden apples. It all just seemed a bit suspicious. It seemed like perhaps you could say cheating, which is why I put Crack Magnet on the task of how many enchanted golden apples can you actually find near spawn if you get insanely lucky, because we all know enchanted golden apples do spawn. As you can see, this is the seed, by the way. I broke the block for my spawn, so we can come back to it later. But as you can see, getting enchanted golden apples is entirely possible from a variety of chests, with the most likely chest being a desert temple, where there is a 2.6% chance of one spawning. That's about a 1 in 40 chance, and desert temples, they're not insanely rare, so getting an enchanted golden apple, it's not actually that wild. I mean, again, 1.49% of Minecraft players have even eaten one of those, but you know what's actually quite wild in my opinion? The idea of getting more than one of these. A 2.6% chance happening twice in a row is not a 1 in 40 chance, it's a 1 in 1,600 chance. And let's say that it's not just 2 enchanted golden apples that you find when you break your way down into this desert temple basement, but instead, as you can see, it's 2 of them plus some bones, plus some gunpowder and a saddle and even an enchanted book should you want it. But let's just say it's not just 2 golden apples, but there's a second chest that contains, get this, 3 enchanted golden apples. That is 5 total the moment you spawn into a world. In fact, it's so many enchanted golden apples that even if you accidentally press the pressure plates, then you've got a real big problem. All you've got to do is eat one of those enchanted golden apples, and you're going to survive just fine. And it's really, really an insane showcase to me that, like, yeah, all of that really was just that easy, huh? Because enchanted golden apples are OP as heck, and having 5 of them has just never been heard of. I want to dive into the odds of this actually happening because it's so incredibly low. You won't find this on a normal seed. This is a rare exception. But first I want to show you the rest of the seed, because welcome back to Seed Sunday, the weekly series where I show you seeds for Minecraft that are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way. And let's go back to spawn, shall we? Because hello, I'm BuggRat, and welcome back to Seed Sunday, the weekly series where I show you seeds for Minecraft that are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way. And my god, is this a killer seed for the loot you get at spawn. It's a seed that also raises the question of, like, is it cheating at some point? And I do intend to talk about that later, but let's start with just the spawn point of this, because the spawn point by itself is already so interesting, not just because you spawn right next to a desert temple, which is nice, it's wonderful, the things contained within it definitely make it worthwhile, but also because you spawn right next to a ravine over here, a pretty deep, fun, interesting one as you can see, but then also next to a desert village. So villages are useful for the reasons everyone knows, especially early game. Having this many hay bales means you can get a lot of wheat, which means you can get a lot of bread, and so you don't have to worry about food for a while if you spawn next to this thing. And that's before mentioning that, oh yeah, it's also got a blacksmith chest, one of the rarer types in a desert, so that's nice. Get yourself a ton of apples and indeed a single iron ingot, which is so nice. But yeah, desert villages are really nice, ravines are really nice, desert temples are nice, but then even crazier is the fact that if you dig down from pretty much any point in this village, for real, find a point, dig down from it, and in pretty much no time at all, you'll find yourself in an abandoned mineshaft. As you can see, this is a mineshaft, and it's, I mean, they say abandoned, but there's some zombies in here. So it was abandoned by their original owners, but I think that the zombies are enjoying their home here much more than I am. Anyway, so as you can see, there is an abandoned mineshaft, and this is a great way to buff your supplies for iron and copper and iron and coal, and you're going to find a lot of, resources down here because the tunnels are pre-dug. That's the whole point of the abandoned mineshaft. It's not called the non-existent mineshaft because that's just most of the underground. Anyway, so as you can see, it's a wonderful, wonderful structure to find that close to spawn. And so all of these things together, all of this free loot, because bear in mind that there's also chests found in these mine shafts. They're actually minecart chests. And in those minecart chests, this is very strange actually, in those minecart chests, you have a small chance of finding an enchanted golden apple. In my case, just glowberries. How disappointing. But you can find incredibly rare loot down here too. And so if you have a seed that you know spawns you next to all of those things, is that cheating? I mean, cheating in Minecraft is a very interesting definition because the only... Jesus, cat, you gotta calm down there, buddy. It's interesting because in Minecraft, the official definition of cheating is using any of the flags which turn on the cheat. So creative mode, or even like having commands on, those are both cheats that will disable achievements from your Minecraft world. However, there's then a gray line of like, well, should you do things like loading up copies of your seed, or should you do things like getting a specific seed out there? Because a Minecraft seed, if you know it, you'll know your Minecraft world ahead of time. The exploration element of the game is kind of pre-solved for you, because for instance, if you load up the seed, you'll now know, having watched this video, not only is there a desert temple ahead of you, but if you go behind you at spawn, you'll find that very well hidden, it looks like there's no structures around here at all, but very well hidden behind this particular mountain, there is a giant ruined portal. I mean, it's kind of in the hill a little bit, but still, you can go to the nether very easily, and just in case you don't like mining obsidian, you think that's too much effort for you, then all you have to do is turn around from spawn, go the other way, go past these cows and this weird little cave system, and you'll find there's some lava exposed right here too. One of the greatest features for a Minecraft seed, and one that you can avoid because of your fire resistance from the enchanted golden apples, and or, you know, playing creative. Distinctly a form of cheating by itself, but a whole separate point for another video. And so, yeah, this seed is incredible, not only for the loot that it offers you, because, again, if you go in any other direction, it's got more loot in every single one of those, but also for the fact that this is one of the flattest spawns you will find in a Minecraft world. If you look around it, you'll see that there's some ups and downs here and there, but in reality, if you want a place to build a giant city or town or just a massive castle and you don't like dealing with levels, this requires so little flattening to get you that massive effect. And so that is where the question comes in, because all of this seems a little cheaty. But you know, maybe that'll seem more so the case once we actually talk about this desert temple and the odds of finding 5 enchanted golden apples. I think it probably would be best if we load up a new copy of the seed, given that this one, yeah, we kind of made a hole in the ground instead, so give me a minute. Every single time you load up a new Minecraft world, let's say you don't know the seed, and you find yourself a structure that can contain enchanted golden apples, there's a small chance of it containing one. But if we look at the Desert Pyramids page, you'll find that the odds of having a golden apple spawn in one of those chests is apparently a 0.026 chance, or roughly, if you do that in percentages, in fact exactly a 2.6% chance that any given chest will contain an enchanted golden apple. As I referenced earlier, it's about a 1 in 1600 chance that you would find 2 enchanted golden apples in these chests, and indeed, if you want to see that in percentage form, because you deal with that better, it's actually, if we do 0.026 to the power of 2, it is a 0.000676 chance, or in percentage terms, that is a 0.06% chance of having 2 of these enchanted golden apples in one place. That's why there is a very high chance that you've never seen 2 of these in one place, and why it maybe even seems ludicrously hacked, but again, you can confirm this seed is real for yourself. But then, what are the odds of finding 3 enchanted golden apples in one chest? I mean, it's gotta be insanely low, and you'd be correct to assume that that's the case, because it is a 0.001756% chance that you would find 3 in one place. And then, you know, just for fun, what are the odds of finding 4? The odds of finding 4 are so low that it goes into scientific notation, and the odds of finding 5 in one place, 0.026 to the power of 5, in case you're curious, because it's 5 separate, independent 0.026 chances. The odds of this happening are 0.00001188137.6% chance. That is the real number. There's a couple more zeros if you want to do it via the decimal way, but we're going to go with that percentage that's on screen right now. That is the chance of finding this many enchanted golden apples in one place. And so you might be questioning, how the heck did you find this seed, Toycat? And the simple answer is, the average Minecraft player couldn't, right? This is only findable because Cracked Magnet and his amazing understanding of the Minecraft Bedrock seed generation can crunch the numbers, can do the processing, and go through almost every Minecraft seed, look through the nearest desert temple to spawn, and go, yep, this one doesn't have 5, this one doesn't have 5, doesn't have 5, and crunch the numbers until eventually a seed with 5 of these is found. For real, I can do this. I've just loaded up a Minecraft world, and I legit have 5 slots in my hotbar filled with one of the rarest items. And so that's where the more interesting part of this debate rolls in. You know what? I want to do this again, just for fun. What's the latest you can eat an enchanted golden apple and still live? I guess definitely later than that. It's just so fun. Honestly, that doing this in survival, it's very enjoyable. Surviving explosions via enchanted golden apples, it's a lot of fun. Give it a try sometime. So now that we've concluded that this has happened and that it's very rare that this could happen, but thanks to fun seed finding tools it can, there is now the much more interesting phase of questioning, which is like, is this just a form of cheating though? And obviously, the funny thing about cheating in a single player game is it doesn't really actually affect anyone. So, you know, cheating is only hurting yourself. So does it actually matter if something is cheating or not? No, you don't have to consider it. However, if you're the sort of person who does care about, you know, what people think about what you do in your games, and you want to follow the rules as best as you can, and, you know, like, make sure you're doing things that are above board, because maybe you just care about having a fun world. Or maybe instead of caring about people's opinions, it's more like, yeah, well, I want to play a game that is going to be fun in the long run. I don't want to cheat myself. Should I use this? And the ultimate answer is, I guess you can. I mean, it's wonderful. I would be lying if I said it wasn't an incredible thing to have access to this much stuff right off the bat from spawn. And I'd also be lying if I didn't say that, like, even though it sounds incredible and it's a life changer and your whole world is going to be different after this, in reality, I think, you know, in my opinion at least, obviously yours can be different to this, I think the actual reality of it is that 5 enchanted golden apples doesn't help you out as much as you might assume. Even though it is one of Minecraft's most valuable items, and that sounds incredible, in reality, having 5 of these, unless you're always ready to eat one at just the right time, unless you're very prepared for a situation and you use the heck out of it, this is just 5 super rare items you get kind of close to spawn. If you value them because you want to put them in a big display, this is really wonderful. But even then, even if 5 golden apples is something that's so useful to you, again, if we're being entirely honest, every world has not just 5 enchanted apples, not just 50 enchanted apples, but it actually has a near infinite number of them, because you have a near infinite number of desert temple chests and of blacksmith chests and of mineshaft chests, and basically you can find these enchanted apples anywhere. This seed just allows you to skip some of that process, but is skipping that process cheating? That's the question I'll leave up to you for the comments. But for now, here is an amazing seed that allows you to bypass problems like cactuses and problems like fire and explosions and everything in between. And I hope that you found it interesting, and I hope that if nothing else, you'll load up this seed, because you know what it has next to spawn? I saved this till last. It has a desert well, Minecraft's most useful structure. It doesn't matter if you have 5 enchanted apples if you don't have water, and thank God the desert temple provides, desert well provides a way to get that right here in the desert. But no, for real, hope you'll enjoy this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, because, you know, I'd like for you to see more of my videos, so I tell you to subscribe. But mostly it's about boosting the ego by getting that number that's next to my name slightly bigger, so I can feel slightly more important and self-fulfilled in the world. But if you did enjoy this video, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.